Hi, I hope you're all really well on this beautiful autumn day. Sorry if you can hear some noises. I'm sat in my garden, but there's always somebody out doing something in their gardens making a lot of noise, so sorry if you can hear that, just to make you aware of it. So let's get into this reading, shall we, and see what is happening for you today. I'm going to pick your runes first of all and just see what the energy is. Apologies, I didn't do any videos at all yesterday. I was doing a whole day of readings at my friend's shop, so it was quite a long day, so I didn't bother to do any readings online yesterday, but I'm back. And if you would like to book in for a personalised reading, please do get in touch. Today is it feels like an exciting day. It's a day full of intention. Like, today could go the way that you want it to if you allow it to. Just make sure that everything that you do today is in line with your needs. Do something for you. But for some of you, it's about actually stepping outside of the box, maybe stepping outside of your comfort zone, doing something different to what you would normally do. I'm going to get into the bone and earth cards and see what they're saying for us today. Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change. That's interesting because we have Perthrow, which is all about change, taking a chance, taking a gamble. So this is, what is a priority to you today? What is a priority that is aligned with your soul needs? Because for some of you, you may be at this kind of indecision or crossroads as to, do I do what I want to do for me, or do I please somebody else over here, or do something over there? So for some of you, it's kind of like, stick with yourself, deal with you, choose you. That's really weird. I've never noticed that before. It looks like some tiny little hands coming out of the horns. So it's almost like trying to grab something. So it's almost like you need to take something with both hands and nurture it. It feels like that's what you're being guided towards. What is your intention right now? What is it that you want to do right now? You had success, positivity and blessings on the bottom of there as well. So I'm going to get into your tarot cards and just see what is this current situation today. We have Three of Swords in reverse. This is kind of like forgiveness, and I'm pretty sure this one came out in the reverse as well. So there's something about gossip here. So perhaps maybe, have you been talking about somebody? You've had some kind of conversations here, and there's a need for forgiveness. Perhaps there was a misunderstanding, and you found out about, actually there was a misunderstanding here, and perhaps you've taken somebody's advice that you shouldn't have, maybe, or it's been uncovered that perhaps they weren't right. They weren't actually as right as you thought they were, and that's been uncovered now. So it's almost like something was presented to you as wise counsel, but actually wasn't wise counsel. So this is a willow here, is kind of like healing through events, I think, that where you've been guided down what you thought was the right path because it was presented to you that way, but actually it wasn't. And you're recognising, actually, what are my needs now? And I think I'm going to go in that direction instead of letting somebody else tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing. Yeah, because it's led to this kind of like indecision, like you don't know what to trust now. You don't know who to believe or what to trust, and it's become a little bit difficult. So that's why it's going back to Trinity, This is yourself, and I'm going to represent this as the ego. So we have your, balancing your self-pity, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, allowing yourself to understand what is healing for me, what is in line with my soul needs, what do I need to take a chance on, what is the truth within me. So let's just see then, what do you need to focus on right now? Because it feels like some things have really been uncovered to you recently. So you need to focus on your own success. You need to focus on what pulls you up and brings you into the light, what makes you feel strong and in your best light. The King of Wands is all about a very attractive masculine energy of a driving force that carries charisma with it, and I feel like you have a lot of charisma, but something's made you feel less than. It's kind of affected your worth, and you're realizing, actually, I'm going to bring myself back up here. That's the decision that you want to make. there has been a truth uncovered here, and you're starting to realise there's something been in your life that's been making you feel like you're constantly having to chase it, or you're constantly having to second guess everything and question everything, and you don't want to do that anymore. So what else do we have to focus on? Yeah. Focusing on, there's this need for flexibility. There's, you kind of have become a little bit rigid in perhaps your routines and the things that you do. So Perthro is guiding you here. Step outside the box, take a chance, do something different to what you would normally do, and you won't be disappointed with the results of that. It's going to change things massively. Now there's an element of planning here, wasn't that in one of the cards? Balancing decisions, adapting to change. I feel like you are going through a point now, maybe you're talking to a lot of people and you're kind of, they don't realise, but you are underneath it, checking out their answers, making sure that their answers match up, making sure that their actions are aligning with their words as well. So I feel like you're kind of in this sort of planning mode. And it's not sneaky, but it's more, you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you are starting to discover something about people, how they respond to you, why they respond in the way that they do, what they actually are really asking of you and want from you. And it's creating this transformation. It's also reflecting back to you things about yourself that you would like to change, or you're already in the process of making those changes, because you are changing your priorities at this time. Yeah, you're definitely changing your priorities, because this is like stability, security. I feel like what you've been around recently or in the recent past hasn't felt very stable or secure, and it's not aligned with the intention that you originally set, because that's actually what you want, is you want this stability. And you also want things to go slowly as well, whereas I feel like things go very fast around you, and you are cutting ties with a lot of things that are preventing you from feeling that security and stability. And I feel like perhaps you're not used to that stability and security, even though you've wanted that. So when it's come to your door, you've kind of been afraid of taking it. Whereas now you're starting to realise, actually, maybe I should take a chance on this. Maybe I should allow this into my energy, because actually deep down, this is what I want. And it's what there is a need to focus on. Okay, so let's see. What is it that you need to leave behind with this? So I feel like you are leaving something behind, or you're discovering something that needs to be left behind. But maybe you just need confirmation today that you're right on that. Yeah, basically leaving behind all the options. It feels like you've had lots and lots of different options, opportunities, and that's actually created a lot of illusion for you. So now this is a time of breaking that illusion by choosing the opportunity that relates to stability and security. It's also celebration and freedom. It's freeing yourself from that version of yourself that doesn't actually apply anymore. It doesn't suit. I can't believe we've still got the death card on the bottom. So you are going through this complete rebirth right now. Okay, so what is the future of this? Where you're headed right now, what is the future of this? It's a little starling up there. Oh wow, okay. So with patience and purpose, I can't believe didn't we have the king of? Yeah, we did. You're bringing balance, major amount of balance through patience, it feels, through taking your time, through having patience, through realising that if something is meant for me, it will find its way to me. I don't have to run out the door chasing it. I don't have to try and make it stay. I just have to be balanced in my own energy between the masculine and the feminine. Okay, so this is actually a successful outcome. It's showing that the future of this is actually very there's a lot of charisma with this. There's a lot of energy of things feeling healthy, successful, confident. You're bringing your confidence back, because I feel like you've lost your confidence a little bit, But you are being guided on this as well. You're being guided towards balance, and it may have been a difficult process that you've been through, but it's leading to you kind of, you know, in this preparation mode right now. But everything you're doing, you're just waiting now. You're waiting for the right moment. You're waiting for the right moment for this to change. So what advice do we have for you? I'm getting a wet backside. Okay, advice, we have the Five of Swords. I want to clarify that. Okay. Your advice here is that you can be a little bit stuck in your head at times, and that muddles your thinking. It's almost like, I feel like you need to drop more into the heart space rather than the head, because your head is confusing you. And I feel like you've got conversations from other people coming in, your own thoughts, feelings, all the versions of yourself trying to chip in with what they think and feel. And at times I feel like you can wake up one morning with one idea, and then the next morning you've got a completely different idea, and it's not clear. So the advice here is being clear on what to do here. So what is that clarity that you need? How can we help you with that? I have the Ace of Wands, another ace coming through. So it's basically about switching on this intuition. You follow your intuition and allow yourself to be guided by it. You already know, really. Watch for those signs, because this is bringing in new ideas, new passion, awakening. For many of you, you may be having a lot of visualizations, seeing a lot of things, seeing a lot of synchronicities, number patterns, songs that you're hearing, lyrics stand out to you and things like that. Okay. That was confirmation as well from the pros. But there's also this energy of, like, because of how your mind is going over time with this, perhaps really overthinking it, you kind of get really fed up with yourself. It's like you're feeling really tired, really bored now of how you're feeling, and you're not sure, it's like you're not really feeling any desire at this time. So what do you need to do to change that? You need to focus on unconditional love. What in your life brings you unconditional love? What in your life allows you to just be you unapologetically? And this is about you, you know, making sure that your home environment is how you want it to be. Is your work environment how you want it to be? It's kind of like bringing the truth, being true to yourself, honouring your own truth. And then that aligns you with attracting towards you what is truly meant for you. There's a lot of love coming into your life very soon, something that you've wanted. For many of you, you may want a family, you may want to start a new family, and this is kind of the advice here is, like, whatever it is that you want to bring in, start living in that way as if you've already got it in your life. And that's very law of attraction-y kind of thing, but what you can do for you right now is going to help you to attract that rather than running out the door trying to find it. Okay, what about your environment? What is your environment telling us right now? Okay, so there's a bit of a suppression in your environment at the moment. It's almost like I feel like you're happy where you are, but you're not fully expressive where you are. You're not fully embodying the environment that you're in. You're keeping some things on the down low, or it's just like it's something's blocking your intuition in your environment right now, because really what you want is this. So I feel like for some of you, perhaps you are currently living on your own, and actually you would like to be living with somebody else. You want other people in your environment. So imagine that those people are there. Imagine living in that way and see how that makes you feel. You are actually manifesting this already. It's coming in. For some of you, this is in the next few days. For some of you, this is in the next 3 weeks. Okay, let's have a look and see. What are your hopes and fears? What are your hopes and fears right now? Sorry guys, I've just been locked out. I've just been locked out in my own garden. Okay, we will sort something out in a minute. Anyway, I've forgotten exactly where I was then. So, this energy then in your environment, it's something about you wanting other people around you at this time, okay? This is what you want. This is how you want things to be. Your fears are... Let's have a look. What are your fears at this time? Okay, your fears are to do with things changing. You know things are changing, you know that they have to change, but there may be a fear in allowing that change to occur, to happen, okay? Now for some of you, it's a big transformation. And for some of you, it's not so big, but it is different to what you're used to, okay? But don't fear it, allow it, take a chance on it, because it might just be the best thing that you do. And let's see what your outcome is here. Yeah, embrace that change because it's happening anyway, and it may hit you quite quickly. Now for some of you, this is kind of going to be between now and the middle of November that this change is kind of in the process of happening. But for some of you, you're already feeling that, you already know that it's happening, but it's good, it's fortunate, and it brings a massive conclusion to a lot of things in your life right now. I feel like there's lots of different threads that are attached to this, and some of those threads are endings and some of those threads are new things coming in. Okay, let's get you one last final card on here for your outcome. Okay, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is like a commitment, investing your time, your energy, growing some roots. For some of you, I feel like perhaps you've been a bit flighty in the past about where you want to be, what you want to be doing. You've now decided you're choosing to put some roots down, to stay in a particular space. And for some of you, it scares you actually how much that makes you feel content and pleased about that. But I am being given this is part of your growth. You're growing into the best version of yourself, okay? This is happening, so allow it. Okay, I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If that resonates with you, then please do like and subscribe and share this video. And if you would like a personalised reading, my details are down in the description box. So please do get in touch. Have a blessed day.